Who we're here with today?
Jackie.
Jackie, nice to meet you. So we want to talk about OnlyFans and how does it affect the generation and the community. What do you think about it? What are your thoughts on it?
I think women should be able to do what they want, but I don't think they think about the repercussions of how it's going to affect them in the future. It's your body, do what you want, but the big picture is everything that you do on the internet will follow you throughout your life.
I agree with that. I think women think about short-term success instead of long-term success. They don't see about the ripples or effects, costs of them. Well, how do you think that's changing our younger generation and the girls growing up, or even the kids watching and seeing things like that? That's being very popular now.
I think it's 50-50 because I think women should own that they're women and they are in charge of their own bodies, and they should not let what the outside is telling them to dictate what they do. But in that same sense, I think it's the instant gratification, so they don't have that, they don't fully process that it will follow them, it can follow them. And if they're not ready or don't understand the stigma that follows OnlyFans, it can be a hard road after the fact.
And last question, or two more questions. They're kind of coincident. It's like go back to head. What do you think of women like that try to have kids later on, and what do you think about their kids? And then piggyback off that, what do you think when it comes to like God and stuff like that, Christ? Like, how do you think that like goes in? Because a lot of are recently giving their life to God. What do you think about all of that?
I think that, again, this is what I mean by they don't think about it long term, because in the moment, I think a lot of these women don't have kids, and they don't think about how it can affect their kids growing up. Obviously, if they're okay with, there's people that understand what it comes with, and they're okay with the life that will bring their children. If they have that understanding, then to each their own. I think if they haven't thought that through, I think it's probably something to think through, because kids can be really cruel. And so it can affect their kids in long term like that. And then as far as Christ goes, I think that's your belief, right?
Yeah.
I think if you follow Christ, you will follow that direction. You won't fall into, the OnlyFans or whatever the case may be.
But what about new believers? Let's say they were doing what they were doing and then they decided to give their life to Christ. Do you think people should judge them on the past or forgive them?
No. What is my Christ? The Christ that I know forgives. The Christ and the God that I know is not going to judge you for anything that you do. The people that are going to judge you are the people in your surroundings, and that's what they need to be. That needs to be the thought process. My God forgives. My Jesus
Amen.
forgives.
Well, thank you.